Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to another edition of the Ontario Reign Report. Joey and Lindsay once again with you as the Reign still at home. 5-game homestand. They'll continue on this coming weekend as they'll welcome in the Tucson Roadrunners and Charlotte Checkers. And Lindsay, looking at this week ahead, kind of a rare time to be here at Citizens Business Bank Arena. In fact, looking over the next couple months, the only time the Reign get to spend the entire week here, practice, have lunch, breakfast, the whole 9 yards, and play a game here on their home ice. So certainly kind of a nice luxury rolling into this week. But diving into what's been going on so far, the Thanksgiving holidays, kind of mix and match of all the different teams that have come in, Stockton, San Jose, San Diego. What have you been taking away from this homestand through the first 3 contests?
Well, I thought they had a great game against Stockton, a big win there on Wednesday, got the day off for Thanksgiving, but things really turned sour on the weekend. I thought they had a chance to really pick up some big points against teams like San Jose, had traveled all night the night before, and they really didn't have as good of an effort as I thought they probably should had on that day, and then more of a rebound-type performance on Sunday. Just came up a little short against San Diego. Some defensive breakdowns were kind of highlighted the wrongdoings there, I guess you could say, and then a late push in the third period, but just coming up short.
It seems like a couple of days made a world of a difference for the Ontario Reign. You mentioned that Wednesday contest against Stockton. Big win for Ontario. It seemed like all the messages throughout the week, what we talked about was the details, stressing the small things, doing the small things right, and letting it steamroll into bigger and better things. But come again the weekend after Thanksgiving, you take on San Jose, you take on San Diego. Regulation losses for Ontario. Again, stressing details. What worked so well on Wednesday that we didn't see over the weekend?
Well, I think it was the details, like you said, and just taking advantage of their opportunities. Amadio had a goal where he was coming down the right wing, just was able to find the corner. And another great goal by Johnny Brodzinski, just a turnaround slap shot. I mean, things were just kind of going well. The defense was picking up loose sticks. I think the times where the Reign have struggled, it's just they've lost players behind the puck, behind the play a little bit. Haven't been tying up sticks, and those are the areas where the puck just ends up in the back of your net.
So for overall, the Reign would go 1-2-0-0 in their week's worth of action against Stockton on a Wednesday, and then San Jose and San Diego on Saturday and Sunday, and now rolling ahead to Tucson and Charlotte on Friday and Saturday here at Citizens Business Bank Arena. So overall, the Reign 6-5-4-0. Those 2 losses had them slide down the Pacific Division. They now occupy the 6th spot, but certainly some big news coming off the ice for the Reign in that Saturday contest against San Jose. We kind of learned that goaltender Jack Campbell a little uncomfortable during that contest, about halfway through or so, and he would not play in against San Diego on Sunday. But what can you tell us about Jack's condition? He did not practice with the team today here at Citizens Business Bank Arena.
Well, it seems like it's been said over and over again this season, but in the organization as a whole, Jack Campbell has a groin injury. So that happened. Stothers confirmed today that it happened late in that second period against San Jose. We kind of kept an eye on him. He came back out again for the third period. After that contest, we asked Stothers about it, and he kind of shied away from giving any sort of update. But then on Sunday, we get the update that he was still feeling a little bit more uncomfortable. Obviously, the Reign took Monday off as a recovery day, and then today, the news comes out that they had signed Troy Redmond to a PTO, so you know that they had needed another goalie to practice and that Jack Campbell would be out. So had a lengthy conversation with Coach Stothers today. He was used the word frustrating quite a few times. I mean, he's not very happy. It seemed like it was made on a more of a routine save. It wasn't something that you saw it right away and thinking, oh, he had really stretched out or anything funky like that. So it's frustrating. I mean, it's been a cycle of goaltenders for the first 15 games, and it doesn't just seem to be stopping anytime soon.
So for the Reign, again, a full week's worth of practice here at Citizens Business Bank Arena. No games until Friday, so that's good news for the recovery process for Jack Campbell and for the Reign goaltending situation. But also on the injury front, we did not see defenseman Damir Sharipsianov over the past couple of games this weekend. What can you enlighten us with him and his condition going forward?
Not too much information did Stothers want to give on Sharipsianov today, but like you said, he was out those last 2 games. He was wearing a red no-contact jersey, so it's good news that he is skating, even though it's in a red no-contact jersey. But, I mean, there is really no update, kind of an undisclosed injury for Sharipsianov.
And now moving forward for the Ontario Reign, again, Tucson on Friday and then Charlotte on Saturday. For the Tucson Roadrunners, the Reign have already seen them twice. It was out in their building, and they would fall in regulation and an overtime contest. And as for Charlotte, the Reign have not seen them this year. It'll be the first of 4 scheduled meetings. But, Lindsay, certainly a lot of headlines coming in with this Tucson squad. We touched upon it last week, the unfortunate circumstances that they've been working with the tragedy involving Craig Cunningham. So certainly a lot of open arms here at Citizens Business Bank Arena from the Reign hockey perspective and the fan perspective on their first visit here to the Inland Empire. But for the hockey team as a whole, this is a team that's the top spot of the Pacific Division. They have a lot to play for, certainly a lot's on their minds, but it's going to be a difficult opponent Friday night.
Well, to touch back on what you had said earlier, Joey, that it's going to be good for the Reign to be home this week. I don't think they've had a full week at home worth of practice to kind of prep. And I thought even against Tucson in the other two games that they had, they were pretty close games considering that Tucson's been pretty high flying this year and many teams haven't been able to keep pace. So I think it'll be a pretty important contest for the Reign, just considering the fact that in this 5-game homestand, they haven't really been able to take advantage of these home games.
So the Reign taking on Tucson on a Friday night, and then on Saturday, teddy bear toss with Smart Solar Power. The Reign, when they score their first goal, bring your furry friends to toss out on the ice to donate to local charities here. Lindsay, once again, thank you for joining us here on the Reign Report.
Thanks, Joey.